Hi, Jessica's Cleaner Leaner Kitchen. We're doing our little home edition here today. So this is especially to help all of my Dymatize contestants. This is my coffee cake made with the ISO 100 Dymatize cookies and cream, or you can also use vanilla. And this recipe is inspired by Jamie Eason's cinnamon protein bread. It tastes super delicious. You won't be able to tell the difference. It tastes like real coffee cake, so get ready for a treat. So what we're going to do is you're going to need a couple different mixing bowls. For your cinnamon sugar mix, you're just going to use a little tiny bowl. This is a paper bowl. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick 1/4 of a cup of Truvia in the bowl. And I always like to buy, they have packets at the store, but if you buy one that's a container, it's way easier to cook with. And you're just going to pour in 1/4 of a cup in your little bowl. And this bowl is going to be off to the side, so you don't use it yet. And then you're going to take 1 teaspoon, and you're going to take ground cinnamon. And mine, you have to take the cap off, but you're going to take the 1 teaspoon and you're going to do it 2 times, so it's going to equal 2 teaspoons. And you're just going to put it in the bowl, and then you're going to mix it up. And this is going to be your cinnamon sugar mix, but you're using Truvia, so it's a natural sweetener, no calories. Make sure you mix it really good so you get that cinnamon all mixed together in there like that. And then this is just going to be waiting on the side, so you're not going to use it yet. And then you're going to take oat flour. So this is really cool because we're trying not to use a whole lot of wheat because a lot of people have allergens to wheat. So this is oat flour you can buy. I got this at Rosar's, so just look around in the baking section. And you're going to use a total of 1½ cups of the oat flour. And this is going to go into your big bowl. Just going to... And oat flour is really high in dietary fiber and in protein. It's extremely good for you. It's just ground up oats. So in the bag, per serving, 1/3 of a cup, there's 7 grams of protein, 26 grams of carbs, 4 grams of dietary fiber, there's no sugar, and there's a little bit of fat, 3 grams of fat. So all it is whole grain oats. Then we're going to take baking powder, and you're just going to use a tablespoon of baking powder. You're going to pour it in your bowl. And we need salt. Forgot to get that one out, but I use sea salt. I feel like it's a little better. Just 1/2 teaspoon, so very tiny amount. You're just going to sprinkle it in. And then this is the Dymatize ISO 100. There's cookies and cream that works really, really well. That's what I like to use, but vanilla also will do the same thing. And you're going to do 2 big scoops of it. And if you want to see how lean this whey protein is, it's got 24 grams of serving of protein per scoop, only 1.5 grams of carbs, 0 fat, and let's see, 0 sugar. So extremely lean whey protein, and it tastes super delicious. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stir all this dry ingredients up. And then I'm going to add actually some Truvia to this as well. The same thing. You're going to do 1/4 of a cup. So you're just going to pour your Truvia in. And the cool thing about Truvia is it really does taste like sugar, and it's healthy. So it's not made with chemicals like a lot of the other sweeteners that are 0 calorie.
Isn't it natural from a plant?
Yes, I've said it was natural. So actually comes from a leaf. So you mix that really good before you add anything else into this. So you want it. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 egg whites to it. So you're just going to crack them. Hopefully this goes well. Sometimes this is the tricky part. And if you feel like you're not very good at cracking these, which sometimes I'm not, but got lucky on that one, you can get another little side bowl just to make sure you don't squish the yolk or something into it. Yay! Okay, then what we're going to do, just grab a towel, is I'm going to take a little 4-ounce jar of baby food applesauce, and you're just going to put it in. Just apples in here, so the only sugar that's in this is from the apple, and it's a very little amount. So there's 11 grams in the jar, and you cut this up into several servings, so there's really hardly any sugar in the entire big batch. And there's no real sugar, it's just natural. Then you're going to take your unsweetened almond milk, and I get the one that's only 35 calories per entire cup. So this is no sugar, 1 gram of protein, and 2.5 grams of fat, and only 35 calories per cup. You're going to stick an entire cup in, so good. Now you're going to stir the whole thing up, and this is going to be your batter. And so you want your oven set to 350. So you're going to bake it on 350. And all ovens are a little bit different, but you want to bake it anywhere from 25 to 28 minutes. And I usually do mine on 26 minutes, and it seems to be just about perfect. So just kind of set it for 25 and peek at it. And if it's not quite done, just find out what number is exactly the right number for your oven. Try to get all the little bumps out of here. Stir it really good. And then you're going to want a little 8x8. I just bought one of these little ones you can dispose of if you want to after it's an 8x8. I'm going to take